Welcome back. Are you not entertained? I am Grayson Knight, and this is Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. I didn't say that because Gladiator 2 just came out, and by the way, it's pretty good, but not as good as the original. But today's guest, Maximus Martin, is here, and we're going to talk about his rise from preseason Big Ten Freshman of the Year at Rutgers to playing shortstop at Kansas State with a little Atlanta along the way. Let's get to it. How are you, Max?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Getting ready. Tomorrow's my last day of first semester for
Yeah,
high school for freshmen, and I'm just ready to get finals over with. How are
I
you?
got you. I'm good. I finished finals about a week ago, so I have
Okay,
some time off from school, so I'm
that's
glad.
great.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank you for being here. I wish we could have connected in person when you were at Georgia State. So I live about 30 minutes outside Atlanta. But
Okay.
you're from New Jersey, right?
I am. I'm from South Jersey. I live in Burlington County. I'm close to Philadelphia, and
Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty far from a lot of the stuff in New Jersey. I'm kind of all the way at the bottom, so
hmm
that's where.
So my mom, she lived in New Jersey for like the first half of her life, which was pretty cool. I've never been.
Right.
So why did you decide to leave Rutgers after your freshman year and come down here?
Right. So I left Rutgers after my first year. Um, I wasn't getting a whole bunch of opportunities to play my first year, and I came in. I came in when we did our inter squads. I was playing every day. I got to play shortstop, and that's kind of what it was going to be like. And then, kind of after winter, I came back, and it just, sometimes it doesn't line up, and you kind of just have to take a back seat for a little bit. So I got a little bit of playing time every once in a while, and I got to DH and do some pinch hit at bats. So I got about 50 at bats, my first year. So I still played, but not as much as I wanted to. And ultimately, I kind of got that year out of the way. And I kind of just made a decision that I was going to go in the portal, and then I ended up at Georgia State. Yeah, and I was living right in the middle of Atlanta, so I was like right by the capital, very
Mhm.
down.
Was it cool there or?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't lived in a big city like that before, and Atlanta was definitely interesting. Where I live in New Jersey, it's a pretty calm place, and it's just pretty quiet, and you got to go into the city. But that was my first time
Mhm.
being really basically, I was literally right in the middle. But I loved it. I took full advantage of it. I love going
So
out at night. Yeah.
where are you right now? Are you in New Jersey?
I'm in New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay, visiting family.
Yeah, just home for the winter break, and then I'm gonna drive back down to Kansas after this break is over.
That's good.
Sure.
So we'll move on Atlanta in a second, but let's rewind. So you grew up in New Jersey playing baseball, basketball, soccer, track, and karate. So did you have a favorite sport or were you just all in for any season?
I really love basketball. My dad played basketball in college. My uncle played basketball in college. They both played divisional basketball. My dad played at VCU and VMI, and my uncle played at Michigan. And then I have a couple cousins that played Division 1 basketball around me. Um, There's some other uncles that are referees for basketball. So my whole family, my it's really just a basketball family. So I'm the first one to play, baseball, which is pretty cool. But I love basketball growing up. That's really what I took seriously. And then kind of I once my freshman year of high school kind of ended, I committed for baseball, and I kind of put my head down and gave it all to baseball. So,
Hmm.
but basketball is definitely my favorite sport.
That's good.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, I also played soccer. I earned a black belt in Taekwondo, and the last two winters I played a little bit of basketball. I'm not very good though. So how do you think playing multiple sports has helped you excel in the baseball field?
I think competitiveness, basketball definitely helps, and being physical,
Being active.
being active. Yeah, playing any sport is good. If you're athletic um, and just having fun with teammates. You get to learn how to be good teammates with people in basketball. So it's definitely, I think if I didn't play basketball at all growing up, I definitely don't think I would be as good of a baseball player. I think it definitely contributed to, helping out athleticism and kind of overall just being a good athlete in a teammate sport, you know.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah,
definitely,
I agree. I think playing multiple sports just helps you, because if you commit to one sport, there's certain movements that you won't be doing if you played multiple sports or other
yeah.
sports. So yeah, I agree with that. So you chose to play D1 baseball at Rutgers out of high school. But is it true you had some MLB interest as well?
Yeah. So I got to go to the draft combine in San Diego, California, which is amazing.
Hmm.
I met with a lot of teams there, and I was on the draft boards, and it was a great experience. I did a lot of the All American stuff in high school, and I got some good opportunities to go play. But at the end of the day, you know, with the help from family and just people around me that care, kind of made a collective decision that, maybe going to college to grow up a little bit and mature some more might be the right decision. So, in a couple of years, which this is my draft year this year, I'll be a little bit more equipped to go right away and play. So, um, I mean, I definitely had some opportunities and, I was super blessed to have them. Um, and then, kind of just made a decision and, here I am. It's back again and kind of get to do the whole thing over again. So now I'm a little bit older. Um, I have a little bit more experience now, and I can hopefully make a good shot at it
Hmm.
this year.
Was that a hard decision to make at the time?
Yeah, super hard, super hard. Um,
Uh,
I just wanted to go play, regardless of money's money, but opportunities, they don't come by every time. So I really wanted to go, but things happen and you kind of just have to move on from it and you know instead of being negative about it, I got it now. I get to, I had a college experience. I have the opportunity to play at a couple different universities. I met a whole bunch of friends that I would have never met, if I went right away. So, and I definitely learned a lot. I gained a lot of experience and knowledge around older guys. So I can definitely say that now, if I were to get picked up at the end of this year, I'd have a lot more experience going into pro ball and kind of knowing what I need to do. So I think it's been positive that I went to college. So
mhm. So you played at Rutgers your freshman year, and can you tell the folks what your first hit in a college game was?
home run was my first hit.
Hmm.
So
That must have been an awesome experience. Do you remember what it felt like rounding the bases?
yeah, it was pretty sick. I don't remember how many games it took me to. I got a lot of pinch hit opportunities, and I would ground out, I'd line out to somebody, and I was just waiting. I was like, man, I still don't have my first college hit yet. So we were playing Lafayette. It was my first at bat of the day. My mom, my grandmother, my dad, they were all there. Yeah, I got a good pitch and I hit in there. I was like,
That's
I might have
awesome.
a chance. Yeah. So it,
Hmm.
wa- it was great. It was super. It was sick. The whole team was super excited for me too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So this may be a good time to ask for any player listening, what goes into the decision to enter the transfer portal, and are you allowed to talk to other schools while playing at your school? So how does that all work?
Right. So when you decide to go into the transfer portal, you have to I would tell your coaches. Um, Actually, you don't have to, but it's kind of, it's better. It's more respectful to tell them that you want to enter. But really, so if you're in college, you have to go to your compliance office, which they deal with academic records and your eligibility. And they deal with, switching, transitioning schools and making sure that your credits can transfer over. So you have to email the compliance office and you'll get a meeting with someone. And then you have to watch a couple videos on NCAA and sign some paperwork and just kind of just put your name in black and white that you're going to be entering, and then from there, it probably takes 2 or 3 days for all the paperwork to clear, and then you go in the portal. So right when your name hits the portal, it's pretty much like I try to explain it as like LinkedIn or like if you were someone looking for a job, like you would make a profile and it'd have your accomplishments or where you went to school and all that stuff, where you've worked in the past. And it's kind of just, your name and then everything you've done. So your name goes in this database. So basically schools can just filter through, age, what school you're coming from, what conference, how old, how tall, what position. So they have all the information, and then kind of from there they can go through and pick people. And it has all your background information.
Hmm.
Uh, Everything pretty much about you is on this database, and then from there schools can call you. Um, and then kind of from there, if you find the school that you think fits and you match each other's needs, you can commit to the school, you enroll in the school, and then they work with your old school's compliance with matching academic and transcript records. So your classes will transfer over and credits. Then next thing you know, you're enrolled in another school, and that's kind of how it works. Yep.
So was there like big NIL money like for football?
Right. Baseball is definitely it's definitely grown with NIL money, and how they can manage it in the pool of NIL money has definitely gotten larger. Just with baseball is pretty popular, but every year to me, I feel like college baseball gets more exciting just because there's so many superstars that play college baseball, and
Hmm.
it also, if your football team is huge, you'll have a lot of money. The school will have a lot of money. So like Southern schools, SEC and ACC, obviously they have large amounts of money. Um, but I definitely got lucky to have a good opportunity where Kansas State can also offer NIL. Um, so I mean, some people use the transfer portal as a way to just get as much money as possible, but also the NIL money is also opportunity, and it kind of shows that you how committed a school is to you and that they're basically investing, you know, into you. So yeah, that's kind of how it
That's
works.
some good info right there.
So,
So, how'd you like Atlanta and playing at Georgia State? And what was your favorite thing about it?
right. I personally, I loved Atlanta. I would I would ride I had like a little electric scooter that I'd ride. I'd ride it from my apartment all the way through Olympic Village. I had to kind of ride through there, and then obviously our locker room was the old Atlanta Braves stadium. So that was pretty cool. So that year, I got to be a part of history. I actually had Chipper Jones's old locker
Oh, that's awesome.
in the stadium. So I mean, it was sick. It was the same exact layout, like the same, everything was the same. Um,
Did it have like
very,
old Brave stuff?
yeah, a whole bunch of Brave stuff. And sometimes, like if you went around the stadium, they would have like super old Atlanta Braves like memorabilia. Sometimes like shut off by like a gate or something.
Hmm.
But I would kind of just tour around the whole entire stadium and look for stuff. I would go upstairs, and they still had all the old concessions around at the top. It's just now it's just old and blocked off. But it was great living in Atlanta. I know some people complain about the humidity and when it gets super hot, but that was my first time in my life where I've been, in warm weather all year round, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Mm.
I definitely took full advantage of it. Being in the city was great, a lot of experiences, and playing there was fun.
Mm.
Uh, our field wasn't the most glamorous field, Panthersville, but I still had a great time and they treated me well. So
So, what were some of the favorite places to go when you weren't playing baseball?
I would go to the aquarium a lot.
Oh, the Georgia
I,
Aquarium.
the Georgia Parent, yeah. When I was younger, there's one in Philadelphia that I would go to all the time when I was little. But aquariums have always been super interesting to me. And the one in Atlanta is like one of the biggest ones on this side
I
of
think
the
it is the biggest one in the
yeah.
US,
So I
maybe
would
the world. I don't know.
I would just go there by myself. I'd go by myself and go hang out. Uh, I went to Olympic Village all the time. I kind of just walk around there. I would took pictures like by the rings and stuff. I
Hmm.
went on the Ferris wheel a lot.
Did you go to
Like
the Coke Museum?
I did the World of Coke. I did the College Football Hall of Fame.
Hmm.
Um, It was
There's
a
a lot of cool places there.
yeah. I mean, it was amazing. Like when I had friends and family come down, like we'd go out. There's amazing food everywhere. I would hit cookout like almost every night. That's something I missed about. There's definitely the food. I loved American Deli. I love cooked out. Oh man, I'm getting hungry now, man. But yeah, those are probably my favorite places to visit.
So now you're a little further west out at Kansas State. So by the way, currently you and I are both Wildcats. So that's my school mascot also. So
Oh,
how are you liking the purple so far?
purple. I love the color. I mean, it's definitely a statement. Like when I come back home, I got all my purple stuff, and
Mm,
no, there's definitely no purple in New Jersey, but I love it so far. Manhattan's a little bit more in like the countryside, so there's a lot of cattle farms. It's pretty much farms, hills, and you know,
mm,
duck hunting and all that fun stuff. But I love it. It's a quiet place to live. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Like if you go out in the town, you'll see the same people all the time. The 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 fans and the families around there are super welcoming to all the athletes, and they take good care of us. So I've had it. It's been really easy to adjust.
mm. So how different is playing in Kansas from playing back east?
Competition is really the same. All competition in college baseball is amazing. Um, really, the only thing different is just getting used to playing in the cold. Really, again, um, I played in the cold obviously in high school, and then I got to go to warm weather all the time. You know, now I'm back in cold, so it's really just reacclimating. Because when I come back, it's going to be snowing. It gets to like -7, -8, -10 there. So um, that's really it. Everything else has been a blast. All the people are amazing. Coaches are great. It's just weather and keeping your body, healthy.
So by the looks of it, it looks like you'll have some big time opponents at some big ballparks in the spring. So what matchups are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Arkansas game at Globe Life. That's going to be pretty sick. I've never been to Texas
Texas.
before in general. So I'm Globe Life. I'm definitely the most excited for that one. Also, Oklahoma State later on in the year. We go to
Mhm.
Oklahoma State, so we're in Stillwater. So those two are I'm definitely the most excited
Nice.
for that. Yeah,
So Globe Life is the ballpark you want to go to?
yeah,
Mm.
100%.
So if it's cool with you, I want to take a few minutes and get your perspective on a couple of things to get me ready for my high school tryouts next month. That okay?
Yeah,
So mindset, how should I approach tryout week mentally?
try to have the most fun as possible. If you have any buddies on the team, uh, definitely try to make friends with everybody on the team. Um, I mean, try not to take it super serious. Baseball is still a game. I still have fun playing. I still pretend like I'm, in sixth grade playing baseball. I've just been blessed to still be able to play. So take advantage of being able to play and take advantage of being healthy. If you fail, you fail. I mean, I failed so many times, and I thought my life was over, but it's not. Um, you know, I've learned more about myself as a person playing baseball than I've learned more about baseball. So just have a good time playing. Some people don't get to try out at all. Some people aren't able to get up out of bed and play baseball, regardless of what level. So kind of keep an open mind and be thankful that we're able to step on the baseball field, regardless of the outcome.
So I'm going to be on the field with guys 2 and 3 years older than me. So what can I do to stand out in a positive way?
Do do the small things. Run off the field. Don't walk everywhere. Um, and kind of show that to me, age has never mattered. Like after a certain age, everybody, some people are 4 years older than me in college, they're grown men. Um, so it's almost like, kind of different level, but almost same position. Like there's going to be people that are 2, 3 years older than you. And there's people that are 4 years older than me that are my teammates. Um, don't think of it any different. Don't think of them as that they're older than you. Uh, just, they may just have a little bit more experience. So I'd talk to them for the most part, try to pick their brains and ask them questions, kind of just like you're asking me. Um, Ask some questions so that you're interested and be a guy on the team that people want to go talk to and are happy to be their teammate. And other than that, just grind it out. You try your best and in the end you see what happens.
Mhm. What's something I should avoid doing?
Don't If you fail, don't throw your bat, don't throw your helmet. Uh Try to keep a positive uh uplifting energy with you. Even when you don't do good, still smile. There's always that guy on the team that whenever something doesn't go right or they fail, they're throwing their bat and their helmet and stuff and look all angry. And it kind of brings everybody else down. So if you can be a good example, even if you're younger than people, that when you do fail, you can still persevere through it, and just keep positive energy the whole time. But so definitely, you know, don't look depleted even after you fail. Kind of stay upbeat and alive.
Mhm. So if you were 15 again and about to try out for your high school team, what would you change from the first time you went through it?
I was 15 again. Oh man.
This takes you back.
Yeah, I remember it too. I remember the first day. Um, I don't even know if I would change anything. Maybe I probably would have changed what I was wearing. I remember it too. Uh, I think it was like a Thursday. We were outside on our turf football field
In
taking
the
ground
cold.
because we in the cold. It was so cold, and I was wearing shorts and like a cut off shirt to like show my muscles. But that's probably like the only thing I would change. I haven't thought about that in forever. Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Mhm.
It's a good question. I don't think anybody's asked me that before, but yeah,
I wouldn't really consider that advice, but but I mean, I guess I won't do that.
if
But
it's cold, dress warmly.
mm, I also wanted to know, so what are you studying in school and what do you hope happens next with baseball?
Ooh. So right now I'm studying history and sociology. So those are my two majors. So I plan to get a degree in history. At Georgia State, I was a religious studies major with a minor in history. So it's pretty much all history stuff. Both my parents are teachers, we're both educators. So, education's, runs in my family. Um, and, hopefully I'm able to get my degrees. Then after baseball, I'd um, I'd love to have a family, love to have a family. I'd love to be a father and, could, I'd love to be an educator. I could be a teacher just like my dad and my mom, or I'd love to get into scouting, after I'm done
Hmm.
playing. That's something that's pretty interesting to me. I love traveling, seeing different people play. And
And like the numbers.
I feel like I'd have a good outlook on scouting and could definitely identify some things. But yeah, have a family, be an educator, you know, be a scout, or maybe all in one, which I don't know is possible. But
All right. Thank you, Max. Now we reach the not so rapid fire questions where you can answer with as much or as little info as you want. There are no wrong answers. So you ready?
yes, sir.
Jersey Mike's or Jimmy John subs?
Ah, oh my Lord. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy John's. Georgia Aquarium or playing at Fenway Park? These are the toughest questions you've ever been asked.
I love Fenway Park. Like that was amazing, but the aquarium is something different. Like if you've never been there, yeah. So I'd
Going
say,
there, seeing all the whales.
yeah, it's
I've been
it's
there a few times. But how awesome was playing at Fenway?
it was amazing. I actually have family that lives in Boston, so it was kind of cool that they got to come out and
Oh, that's
watch.
cool.
My uncle, my aunt, and a couple of cousins and family friends were there. So I was playing, and there's not a whole bunch of fans. There's like scouts and stuff, but I could like hear my family like up in the top, like screaming and stuff while I was playing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So you've worn number nine a lot. I've worn number nine on every team. So why is number nine important to you?
My dad wore number 9 when he used to play sports, and I don't know, something that I've always wanted to wear. 9 is almost like a cap, it's kind of like a captain number.
Hmm.
A lot of quarterbacks wear number 9. Yeah, that's kind of where I got it from. But this year will be my first year in a long time not wearing 9. I'm 11 this year,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not able to change my Instagram name to 11 Maximus Martin. But I'm always going to be number 9. Just but yeah,
Mhm. So better movie with a Max, Gladiator or Mad Max?
Gladiator, 100%.
Gladiator.
Yeah,
So do you prefer being called Maximus?
I like when people say my full name. Not a lot of people would, Max is just obviously easier to say, but um, I love my full name. My mom was pregnant with me, and while they were trying to find names, uh, Gladiator had come out and they were watching it, and that's where they got my name from.
That's
The movie.
cool.
Yeah,
So you play shortstop, but if you had to play another position to help a team out, where would you play?
probably center field. Play
Center
center field.
field?
Actually, I played center field a little bit for Georgia State too.
Hmm.
I played for about 3 series.
Well, you ran
Um,
track. You're a fast guy, I assume, right?
I'm all right. I can move a little bit. Um, Yeah, probably center field. I liked the outfield when I got out there and played any position, but center field is definitely pretty cool being out in the outfield
Mm.
and running and stuff. Yeah,
So besides baseball, what is something people would be surprised to learn about you? Like, can you cook or do you like karaoke?
Hmm. I'd say maybe some people might think I'd be a louder person than I am.
Okay.
I'm a pretty chill guy. I'm not like a super loud person. When I play, I am. When I play, I'm super loud, but kind of outside of the field, I like to have alone time. I like to relax and chill out.
Mm,
Um,
that's pretty relatable.
yeah, probably that I'm quiet. Some people think I'd be like mean or a loud, like aggressive person.
Mm,
But also like with social media, like I post a lot. I like to be out there with everything. So, but really, I just Um, I'll just be chilling most of the time. So I've had people tell me that too, like they thought I was going to be louder in person, talk
mm.
more. Yeah, probably just that.
So,
Pretty cool.
final question, what is your favorite baseball movie of all time?
A league of their own.
A League of Their Own? That's a good one.
Yeah. Me and my mom watch that all the time. So whenever I come home,
That's
we'll
good.
but that's a great movie. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's definitely like top 5 movies for me of all time. But that's my favorite baseball movie. I know that The Sandlot's obviously amazing, but The League of Their Own is definitely my favorite baseball one.
Well, we finally did it, Max. That was a long time coming. Thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to add or ask me?
Only thing else I'd add is take advantage of being young and don't take playing for granted. Don't take your health for granted. That's pretty much it. Enjoy the time you have.
Well, thank you for all of this, Max. It was really a long time coming. Thank you so much for hopping on and talking with me. Well, I gotta do it. Were you not entertained?
Yes, sir.
Well, well, this was awesome. Thanks again. I mean, and happy holidays. Also, I wish you the best of luck the rest of your baseball career. So will you come back when you make an MLB roster?
Yes, yes, I will.
Mhm. I'm gonna hold you to that. So, folks, you can follow Max on Instagram at 9 Maximus Martin, and you can help my show by subscribing to Baseball Podcasts Are Fun on YouTube and Spotify, and going on Baseball Podcasts Are Fun on Instagram. Please check back soon for an all-new guest. Until then, I'm Grayson Knight, and that was Maximus Martin, and this was Baseball Podcasts Are Fun. Don't forget to swing for the fences. See ya.